What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel, and I'm so happy to be back and playing some playing some content for y'all. And thank you to everybody who came up to this weekend and talked to me and said they loved the channel, supported me. If we took a picture, send it to me on Facebook, on the Team Fish Knuckles Facebook page, so that way I can upload it to the profile. It'd be really cool to see everything like that. If we hung out this weekend, let me know down below the comments. Let me know. I played a bunch of people this weekend in side events and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun as well. I had a fantastic time. Now, today is Rogue Tuesday, and today's deck's not really super rogue, but I mean, it just like it had an appearance this weekend, and it kind of like surprised a bunch of people by storm, and it surprised me as well. Because I had people talk to me about this Mew Passimian deck, and I was like, whatever. It's cute, but it's not good. But then I saw Jesper Eriksson playing it, and him and his brother Stefan started explaining to me and how good this deck is, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, it took me by surprise. And I know it probably took other people by surprise as well, and they want to see it, and they want to see how this works. Now, it's not 100% rogue, and I know it's not, but I just want to cover the deck while we have the chance to. The meta's still kind of up in the air, and it's going to change once Worlds comes anyway. The meta's going to be totally different anyway, so a lot of these videos aren't going to really matter too much unless you're playing like League Cups and stuff like that. And if you are playing League Cups and you know your people's meta, then you want to listen to this video, because if your meta is filled with like Zork, Drampa, Espeon, Rayquaza, this deck is for you. This deck can easily take down those decks and win you tournaments. And even then, your worst matchups are like Decidueye and maybe like Metagross. Yeah, those are probably your worst matchups. But if those aren't in your meta, then this deck is definitely something you need to look into if you're having League Cups or League Challenges, or if you're just going to League in general. So let's go over this deck and let's see what it's about. So your main attacker is going to be Passimian. Passimian has a team play. It does 10 and 30 more damage for each of your bench Pokemon. And he's also fighting, which like Darkrai EX, Zork, Drampa, Zork Break. Well, Zork Break is weak because Zork is. All those Pokemon are weak to fighting, and that's where Passimian is going to shine. So once you have 3 Passimians on the bench, you're going to 3, 6, 9, 100 times 2 is 200 with a Choice Band. You could do like, 260 to knock out Pokemon, which is pretty strong. And then the other main attacker, they kind of combo hand in hand, is Mew. And Mew has the Memories of Dawn ability. This Pokemon can use attacks of any base Pokemon in play. You still need the necessary energies to use the attack. And of course, this is a copy of Passimian's team play. Now, this is going to be good against Psychic Pokemon like Garbodor. You can easily train knockouts with Garbodor because Garbodor is weak to Psychic. With Espeon GX because Espeon is weak to Psychic as well. And you kind of see how this start does kind of the matter. I mean, we just saw Tapu Lele. We just saw Drampa Garbodor win nationals or internationals, and this deck directly counters it. So that is something. That is why this deck is so good. Now, unfortunately, Jesper would end up tying the last round. He would go 6-1. It looked like things were going his way. He probably should have won, and I don't know what would happen there. There's a lot of Decidueye in day 2, so I don't know how hot this deck does against that. I mean, imagine Jesper would say he could probably take it down, but still sad that way. I mean, 6-1's not bad. Like 19 points, really good. I'd be happy with that. But yeah, let's keep going about this deck. So one Tapu Lele, of course, Wonder Tag to use supporter cards, and 2-1 Octillery. Sorry, 2-1. It was 2-2, but then I cut it. And also really early in the morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. So like, if this deck list is not 100%, probably because it's really early in the morning. But 2 Field Blower so that we can get rid of tools, mainly the Toxin Garbodor, because once that comes into play, we cannot use our Memories of Dawn attack anymore. So that's pretty something to remember. That's pretty something good to remember. 3 Nest Ball. This is going to help us get our Passimians and Mew out. Search your deck for base Pokemon, put it onto your bench. Doesn't require you to discard anything, which is really cool. Of course, Octillery, I didn't even go over this. Octillery lets you draw to get 5 cards in your hand, which is really good late game, especially when you need like puzzles. And because puzzles let you, when you play 2 of them, you get any 2 cards out of your discard pile, so that you can reuse like DCEs and stretchers and choice bands, whatever. You're good to go that way. 4 Rescue Stretcher. This way, you constantly keep reusing our Mews and Passimians over and over again. We're mainly using for the first one, put a Pokemon from discard pile in our hand, but you could shuffle 3 back in your deck if you need to. 2 Special Charge to get back those DCs since you'll play 4 of those. or Trainers Mail 3 Ultra Ball and 4 via Seeker. Now, I decided to play 3 Ultra Ball because we're already playing 3 Nest Ball. You can maybe play 2 Ultra Ball, but sometimes you need to discard supporter cards like Teammates and Lysandre, and then we can use them later on if needed. 4 via Seeker, just the best card in the game probably. And 3 Brooklet Hill. Brooklet Hill is going to help us get our fighting Pokemon even more out. If you draw into it, you can immediately play it to grab a water or fighting Pokemon to put onto your bench, which is really good because it grabs your Remoraid and Passimians. Now, I know Jesper's list played a town map and a Skyfield, but I don't know how he fit that in there. I'm not sure what he cut. This is kind of just like my own list. Just kind of remember what I saw on stream while he was playing. 1 Lysandre, bring a Pokemon off the bench. I kind of want a second one. I might cut an in for one, or maybe a second one for a second Lysandre. It's definitely probably really needed because you need to draw into this early game. At least draw into 1 early game so that we can have 1 later on for VS Seeker and Puzzle Times. 3 in, you know, of course, really good card. And 1 Kukui just to help you do math for 20 more damage. With this, if you have like 4 Passimians on the bench, you do 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You can do 180 damage if I did the math right. Because 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because 4 times 3 is 12. Plus the 10 is 130. Plus the Choice Band 160 to and GX or EX, and then with the Kukui 20 more to do 180, which can help you knock out Tapu Lele. And that's gonna be kind of the big problem in your deck sometimes is Tapu Lele, because he's not weak to fighting, and they can easily just start knocking out Passimian Mews, and he can take multiple prizes, and it's sometimes hard to deal with. So with the Kukui, Choice Band, and the full bench, you can knock it out. And now, of course, play 1 Teammates to search deck for any 2 cards and the Pokemon's knocked out. You can grab like 2 Puzzle Times, maybe 2 DCEs, whatever you need. It's really, really good. 3 Choice Band, of course, do extra damage. 2 Float Stones for these Octilleries. They do have a 2 retreat call, so you can just like put a DC on a retreat if needed, and 4 DC as our main energy. And there we go, guys. There's my version of Passimian Mew. Now, yeah, like I said, it pretty much counters a lot of the meta. If you play against like Decidueye, you're going to be in trouble. Metagross, you're going to be in trouble. But everything else, you should have a somewhat okay chance just because you're like a fast, like hitting deck. Even if you're not hitting for weakness, you get 2-shot most things in the format. And sometimes they can struggle to hit 110. It might take them a second to hit 110, so by then you can maybe like knock out some EXs before they even get set up and be good to go that way. But guys, there we go. There's the Mew Passimian deck. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and let's see this deck in action to see can it actually do some work or not. We'll find out here in a second. All right, so I think it's White Skull Candy playing an all psychic deck. Not sure what all psychic is, but either way, we have Mew to hit for weakness, no matter what it is. It could be like a straight Garbodor deck, maybe. Never seen that before, but we're gonna go first, which is very interesting. So we start with Passimian, okay. Press done, and let's see what is going to happen here. What is my opponent playing? So there's a Wobbuffet. Okay. So I'm going to Trainers Mail like a top cards over deck. Ooh, this is like quad Wob disruption based deck. So Float Stone the active and play an in. Now this is actually fine because Mew can copy Wobbuffet's attacks. Or we can still use our attacks. So that's fine. This is actually a good matchup for us. This quad Wobbuffet deck with like energy disruption, blah blah blah. Retreat to Mew. And just pass to our opponent's turn. So this is even fine. This Wob was like a direct counter as well to these other decks. Like it beats like Decidueye, Zorg, Drampa, all this stuff. And with this, we actually can easily take it down. We hit for weakness. So there's a Pokepuff. We have nothing in our hand. And I think this is going to be an easy match for us. Unfortunately for this Wobbuffet deck. So Team Rocket's handiwork. Tails and Tails. That's not a good way to start off our opponent. And pass on to our turn. Alright, so we found a Brooklet Hill. We'll put that down. We'll play it. I'll get a Passimian. I'll put down Choice Band, VS Seeker for an in. And if we can find a DCE, we can take a knockout here by still using Mew's abilities. Alright. And we don't find one. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. So we'll Trainers Mail number 1. I just can't believe we whiffed it. Alright, so have a puzzle. I guess I'll pass. Alright, so the only problem here is that he could find a Lysandre to bring up a Passimian and get stuck in the X spot. So there's a Field Blower, get ring of the Brooklet Hill and the Float Stone. Okay, that's fine. We do have our own Field Blower. Alright, so he's gonna get rid of all of our tools. That's fine with me. We have room for Float Stones now, so that's actually okay with me. Okay. There's the end. Alright, come on. Let's find a DCE and take a knockout this turn. This is the only problem with the deck, because you had to find a DCE. And you can see we still have not found a DCE. Wobbuffet, put those Mews down. Do it. Do it. Do it. So both Mews hit in the field, okay. Alright. This is going great. So Trainers Mail, look, it's out for cards everything. We just gotta find a DCE and we take a knockout. That's all we need. We just need a DCE and we can take a knockout on this Mew, on this Wobbuffet. Because we hit for weakness. So is that Hand Hammer? Hand Hammer is not gonna matter. Pass on our turn. Oh my goodness. I'm going to puzzle rearrange top 3 cards of our deck. Oh boy, this is not good. Alright, so we're gonna put an Ultra Ball on top and then the other two. And the reason I put the Ultra Ball on top is because we can shuffle our deck afterwards because the next 2 cards are not good. Oh man. Oh goodness, I thought this was gonna be an easy matchup. So Team Rocket's handiwork, okay. It double heads here. Double tails. Alright, so we get Ultra Ball, discard the Mew and the Lysandre. How many DCs are here? Do we prize over DCs or something? There's 4. 4 DCs, okay. So we'll grab another Passimian. We'll pass. Okay. We're just looking for a DC. So there's the end. Alright, so we get a new hand of 6. Let's do this. Don't know why he ended me, but we'll take it. There it is. There's DC. Does he find another Wobbuffet? And yes, we got this. Alright, so we can just put the DC in the active. We can team play for the knockout, doing 180 damage. And there we go. So yeah, man, that was a rough game. So you can see one of the problems with the deck is that you sometimes can't find DCEs, and that's gonna be the big problem sometimes. But in Swiss, it is best 2 out of 3, so sometimes it's not gonna matter too much. Can we see our opponent's deck? We're gonna see our opponent's deck. It's full Wobbuffet and just like anti-meta, like crushing the hammers, enhanced hammers, Pokepuffs, Team Rocket's handiwork. Just gonna like auto beat some decks, like I said. But this is not a good matchup for him. This is a very, very bad matchup for him. You see, he doesn't even play cards to search out Wobbuffets. He's just going to manually draw into them. In that game, he did not, unfortunately, so that's a good thing for us. But even then, it's a really hard matchup for him, even with the we got like Special Charge and like our own puzzles to get back our DCE, so it's a pretty bad matchup. But it is a really good deck to counter the meta. Like you beat Decidueye pretty easily because Decidueye can't get 2 energies on the Pokemon. You beat Zoroark Drampa pretty easily because they can't really do the damage to you. SP on Garb is somewhat scary for sure. Metagross is probably like a really easy matchup as well. There's a lot of like ability-based decks that like Wobbuffet can beat. So we might check out this deck later on for sure. But we'll see another game with the Mew Passimian. Hopefully we actually play what the deck's supposed to do. But it's just funny that we actually played a counter deck to the meta, and our counter deck beat his counter deck, which is pretty funny. But we'll see another game with the deck here in a second, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so playing against Drampa. Are they playing? Is this Drampa Garbodor? That's what I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping it's Drampa Garbodor. We can show how this deck works against meta. So go ahead. We won the coin flip, which is great. Hey, calm down there. Calm down. Alright, yes, I'd like to go first. Alright, so on our turn, let's see what happens. Not the turn 1 you want. So we'll put down Passimian, okay. Turn 1 Tapu Lele is not what you want to do. Alright. So let's see what they're playing here. Drampa. Alright, so that's good for us. So, I'm going to Nest Ball for a Passimian. Okay. I'll put a DC on the bench. Tapu Lele. Actually, I'm just going to pass right now. I'm going to see what my opponent does. I'm just going to wait his turn. Because with Drampa, we hit for weakness. So, I'm not too concerned about this. So, Fighting Fear with the active. We can Fear, but we can Choice Band that off that. There's a Bridget for 3 new cards. Okay. And I think, like, Drampa Garb just won, like, the biggest tournament in the world. But this deck can easily counter it, and we're going to see that today. So, Choice Band to the Trubbish. Okay. We see a Psychic Energy active, and we'll see a Alter the Moon coming down. Okay. Instead of the Teammates Secret Base. And there's a Big Wheel GX. Well, we're definitely going to end that away. He does not need 10 cards. You do not need 10 cards, sir. So, on our turn, we'll Field Blower, get rid of the 1 and 2. Okay, I guess maybe the choice, I don't know. Well, Lele, yes. And grabbing it in, and we're going to new hand of 6. Maybe we should have just held on to the DC, really not have dropped it. There's really no need to last turn. But we'll see if we get the end. I mean, maybe we might get the stuff we need. And we don't. Of course we don't. Alright, so, like I said earlier, sometimes we have the DCE, especially when we already have one committed. We'll put down a Mew. We'll Trainers Mail for a Brooklet Hill. Okay. Brooklet Hill for another Passimian. The good thing about this matchup is you really don't need too many, like, Pokemon down. We'll pass to our opponent's turn. Okay. So we'll see what happens here. He could Berserk if he gets the Pokemon damage, which he... it'd be kind of hard for him to do if he doesn't play Teammates or Secret Base. So 3, 6, 7. If we find a Choice Band, we take a Knockout, which is really nice. We can then have Mew knock out Garbodor, and we should be okay. This matchup should go in our way for sure. This is what the deck's built for. It's built to beat this matchup, and we'll see how it goes. The Ultra Ball discard 2 cards of his hand, discards a Field Blower and a Rainbow Energy. So he does play Rainbow Energy, but he can't use it this turn. He needs to find... I don't know. Right now we have 3 in this card pile, so he's only doing 60. But then it's going to be 80, 100, which can then almost knock out our Passimians, but not enough yet. So this is Garbodor. Ooh, Garbotoxin coming down. So Garbodor, Garbotoxin, okay. Rainbow Energy to Garbodor, okay. A Lele, grabbing a Sycamore most likely. I imagine we'll see a 1 attack for Sycamore. So what we'll see here. Show me a Sycamore. I highly doubt he plays in here. Yeah, there's Sycamore. Alright, so with the Sycamore, can he find a tool to shut down our Pokemon? Like put on the... Oh, so he's going to put on the Garbotoxin. Alright, shutting down our abilities. And there's Sycamore, discard his hand, draws 7 new cards. Now, the reason why this is good is because now Mew cannot use Memories Dawn to copy the Passimian. There is a Alter the Moon coming down. And will he retreat this turn? Right now, he's not taking a knockout. It's only doing 20, 40, 60. And yeah, there's Garbodor coming up, okay. And we'll see Trash. Actually, we're weak to Psychic. What am I talking about? Yeah, of course it's a knockout. Alright. I was like, as soon as he did it, I was like, hold on, we're weak. What am I doing? What am I talking about? So set up Mew. On our turn, Teammates top deck. Oh, there's a Mew. We'll put that down. We'll Field Blower, getting rid of 1 and 2. And we will just Sycamore, discard our hand, drawn 7 new cards. Can we find a DC or not? And we do find a DC, which is fantastic. So 3, 6, 7 times 2 is enough for knockout. Put down a DCE, put down the Remoraid, and we will team play. Yep. Alright, so team play for the knockout, going down to 5 prize cards. Okay. Get a DCE, which is great. And here we see the Drampa. Now, Drampa can Righteous Edge, discard the DCE, but 3, 6... Actually, we actually don't have enough to take a knockout with the Drampa because we benched too many Pokemon. Uh-oh. Float Stone going to Garbodor, okay. Alrighty. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean... If we find a Kukui here, we can take a knock. If we find a Kukui and like a Choice Band, we can take a knockout actually, which would be pretty cool to see. So another Drampa hit the field, okay. And we'll most likely see a Righteous Edge. Discarding the DCE. Is what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking here. But I could be wrong. We'll see. So there's a Psychic Energy active, okay. So is he a Righteous Edge, doing 20, discarding the DC off the active. But 3, there's a Passimian. Okay, that's not good. So we'll Trainers Mail. Grabbing a Brooklet Hill. Yeah, we benched pretty Pokemon, which is like unfortunate right now. Put down Brooklet Hill. So 3, 4, 8. I mean, if we find a Choice Band, we'll actually be okay here. So I'm gonna put a DC on a Passimian and play an N. Because if we find a Choice Band here, we can actually two-shot this guy. And we don't, of course. Okay. I'm still gonna retreat and just swing this turn with the Passimian. We'll put down the Octillery, Float Stone it, and just team play for 80. And then next turn we can knock it out. And we found a Choice Band, all that kind of good stuff. Actually, if he finds the energy, he can just knock us out with the Berserk attack. I'm doing so terrible right now. Oh my goodness, what am I doing here? So, yeah, that's pretty silly of me. If he finds the energy, he can take a knockout. But if he finds the energy, he has to commit to the Drampa again. So I guess that's fine either way. So I'm going to say the other Drampa, okay. We're going to Righteous Edge, the DC off the active. Alright, so on our turn, we get a Ultra Ball. I'm going to Float Stone the Lele and just via Seeker for an N. Okay, I mean, if we had a Choice Band on a Lysandre, this guy take a knockout, but we'll play in right now, just get a new hand, and we can put more damage on this Drampa. There's a special, okay, and a Choice Band, okay, so that's really good. Choice Band this guy, and we'll team play. Alrighty, so doing 140 onto our opponent's turn, okay. Like I said, the only unfortunate thing is we put 2 Mew X's, which is really hurting us right now. I don't know why I benched Team Mew. That was silly of me. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. But he is down 2 Trebuchets. Okay. He has 2 left. There's an N, which is fine with me. We'll both get new hands. It's going to benefit more than me than him. All right, Stretcher DC. Okay, so this is a fine hand. We're gonna take a knock on the Drampa. He can then swing for knockout on us. We can then retaliate, maybe another knockout. We have back-to-back Passimians coming to our hand, which is great. That's what we really need. We just gotta hope he doesn't find a Trubbish this turn. So we're gonna retreat to the other Drampa. Okay. Put a Psychic Energy in the active, and he's gonna take a knockout here with Berserk. All right, taking a knockout, going down to 4. We'll send to the Mew. It's got the free retreat. That's really good. On our turn, we get an Ultra Ball. Alright, so we'll Trainers Mail. How many DCs in our discard pile? Is it 2? It's 3. Alright, so we'll grab Special Charge. We'll Special Charge 2 DCs in our deck. Stretcher, a Pokemon discard pile in our hand. We'll grab a Passimian. Put that guy down, put a DC, and we'll Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. And we don't have the knockout straight away, so Trainers Mail. Still not enough for a knockout, unfortunately, so press done. And 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 3, 6, 7. 3, 4, 8, 160. Alright, so right now I'm just going to pass it to our opponent's turn. I'm going to see if he knocks out our Mew. Probably not. He's going to try to Lysandre most likely. So there's a Trubbish coming down. Okay. Does he have a Lysandre in hand? Oh, yep, there's Lysandre. That's not good. Okay. So there's a Rainbow Energy in the Trubbish. Oh boy, this is going downhill. All of a sudden, it's going real bad. Alright, so send it Mew. Alright, we can shake this off. We got this. So, Silver Ring on top deck. Great. Do we have teammates? We do not. Okay, so put a DC on this guy, and we're just going to Sycamore, just discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Oh boy. Alright, so Brooklet Hill. We'll see if the other Passimian's in the deck. And it is. Alright, so the other Passimian's in here, so that's great. How many puzzles do we have left? We haven't played a single puzzle. Alright, so we'll retreat into Passimian. We'll team play for the knockout. Okay. Doing 140. Go down to 3 price cards. There's a Stretcher and a Nest Ball. Alright. So Garbodor. Alright, Garbodor coming up. Oh, it's our opponent's turn. There's the Garbotoxin coming out. But if he needs an energy for this Drampa to knock out Okay, so yeah, that works too. That works too. Okay. So Sycamore discard his hand, drawn 7 new cards. Oh boy. Oh boy. He's gonna go down to 2 prize cards. He can then knock out the Tapu Lele, and we have to knock out his Garbodor this turn. Hopefully we top deck a Puzzle of Time. If we do that, we can end him down a low hand size and get rid of his tools. He discards a DCE and a what card was that? He just discarded? A multi-switch. He's gonna grab a Trubbish, okay. Trubbish hit the field. Garbodor coming up. And we'll see a Trash Lunch for the knockout going on to 2 prize cards. We gotta hope we top deck a puzzle here. So get a Mew. Alright, so on our turn, we get double puzzle, which is great. So we'll, what a top deck. Alright, so we'll put 2 cards from discard out our hand. We'll grab a not a Passimian, a Field Blower, and a VS Seeker. Alright. We'll Nest Ball for nothing. Okay. We'll put a DC on him. Mew. Stretcher. Okay. Grabbing a Passimian. Put down the Passimian. We will Field Blower. Get rid of 1. And that's pretty much it. We'll Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. See who's left in our deck. Alright. So press done. And we'll VS Seeker for an N. Alrighty, here we go, guys. So we're in down to the 3 cards. Can he hit the 3 cards he needs to win the game? That is the big question here. So I'm gonna Bissell hand for 2, trying to hit a Special Charge. I know I saw one in the deck. So Special Charge, we'll shuffle 2 back in our deck. So those 2 going in there. And we will team play for the knockout. Going down to 2 prize cards. Alright, so doing 140 damage. Can my opponent find a way to knock out one of our Pokemon? He needs a Energy and a Lysandre, and that will win him the game. He is down... no VS Seeker. He's down 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here comes Trubbish. Alright, Trubbish coming up is really good for us. Alright, so there's a Psychic Energy and a Sycamore, so he did not have the Lysandre straight away. Alright. I think there's a VS Seeker left in our deck. There's 3. Okay, so Ultra Ball. Be crazy if we prize our last VS Seeker in our last puzzle. I know our last puzzle was prized. Ultra Ball discarded 2 in his hand. Discard. Oh, does he have a? Oh boy, does he have another tool for the bench Garbodor? That'd be really bad. Yeah, that'd be actually the worst if he has a tool right here. All right, so Garbodor coming down. Okay. Does he have a tool for Garbodor? He's only played 1 Float Stone. And no tool. Alright, so we'll see here. Do we have 880 damage? Oh my goodness. Alright, so set up a Passimian. Oh, set up Mew actually. What am I doing? Play smart. Mew coming up. Alright, on to our turn. There's a VS Seeker. Alright, so we're gonna VS Seeker. For Lysandre. We will Lysandre up the Drampa. Stretcher. Put a Pokemon discard on our hand. We'll grab a Passimian. Put down the Passimian. Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. And with 2 DCs left in our deck, we can Abyssal Hand for those 3 cards. And we can take a knockout on that Drampa and taking the game. So, yep. We'll put a DC on the Passimian, retreat, and team plan for the knockout. And there we go. There is the Mew Passimian deck in action, and why it can count as this, the meta. Like I said, you count a bunch of different decks, you hit for weakness, and you're just a non-EX attacker doing so much damage. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something new about the Mew Passimian deck that did have a chance to do well at internationals, and maybe we'll see it at Worlds. I don't know how the meta will change then. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a fantastic Tuesday. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty,
Bye.